But first, here is a message about our elephants coming from our conservationists.
Farmers in Indonesia live closely with wild animals, like elephants, which we will see shortly. WCS field staff work with local leaders and farmers in Indonesia to come up with the Crop Protection Unit. This unit created many different ways for farming to continue in close proximity of wild animals. One strategy was to soak ropes in chili powder and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili and leave the farms alone, allowing the farmer and the animals to share the habitat peacefully.
The next animal we are about to meet is the Mongolian wild horse, also known as the Przewalski horse. Since 1902, the Bronx Zoo has been protecting the Mongolian wild horse, and we have increased their population by 50 plus. Our newest addition was just born in February. A young horse is actually called a foal, so be on the lookout for a foal, everyone. A little higher, 1.5 maybe, until we get to them. Now the down horses do look different compared to other horses. They do have a stockier body, shorter legs, and also an erect mane, but they are missing a forelock, which is a piece of mane that sits in front of other horses' foreheads. Here's our young foal directly in front of our driver on the far right. Sadly, in the wild, in the 1960s, all children must be seated, all adults and children must remain seated. Sadly, in the wild, in the 1960s, the Mongolian wild horse did go extinct. But thankfully, North American and Asian zoos had them and helped reestablish their population. Now they can be found back in Mongolia, parts of China, and in our very zoos. 5.8. Here's more info about them from our conservationist, Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan Slatt, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth, and my job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Peter Przewalski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. On a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today with Peter Przewalski's horse.
Plants, trees, and shrubs are important to any environment, and the ones you see here at the Wild Asia Monograph are meant to be similar to those found in our animals' natural habitat, so that they can feel right at home here at the Bronx Zoo. The next area we are entering is very large and grand, and that is a good thing. It is home to the world's largest wild cattle, and they are called the gaur, and they come from India. At this point in time, they're going to be at the far right side, so we're going to catch up to them in just a short bit. But do know they cannot be missed. They stand up to 6 feet tall at shoulder. They are about 10 feet long in length, and they can weigh about 2,000 pounds, as much as a small car. They do have impressive horns. Male gaurs have horns that point straight up, while female gaurs have horns that curve inwards. With both their impressive horns and size, 4.5, the gaur can fight off their natural enemy, the tiger, with ease. Season 3 of the TV show The Zoo on Animal Planet. Here's some more information about them from our zookeeper, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave, a wild animal keeper here in Wild Asia. When the Bronx Zoo received 2 female and 1 male gaur from the San Diego Zoo, it took a couple of introductions before all the animals were comfortable. But after a little bit of time, the 3 new animals fully integrated into the herd, and we have the family that you see today. A family group of gaur can consist of up to 40 individuals and is typically led by an older adult female called the matriarch. Since the 2 females and 1 male have been added to this family, there have been a number of offspring. This is important because gaur are considered to be a vulnerable species, so it's vital to maintain a healthy growing herd here at the zoo.
It is easy to forget that the Bronx Zoo does sit in the heart of an urban environment, but you get reminders like traffic noise you may be hearing now coming from the Bronx River Parkway. The fence in front of us was built to reduce the noise of the city traffic for our next animal. which is a good thing. When in the wild, this creature is a solitary, which means it likes to be alone, it hunts alone, and that is why you're only going to meet one tiger in any Bronx Zoo exhibit at a time. Today's tiger walking about is a large species of tiger known as the Amur tiger, and his name is Anakin. On other days, we tend to have a smaller species of tiger walking about, which is the Malayan tiger, and her name is Monotone. Look above the rocks, everyone, on the far left, and Anakin is currently taking a nap. Again, that is behind the rocks, everyone. Anakin is taking a nap. Now, stripes are unique and help them camouflage very well, and no pattern is the same. Each is unique, much like a fingerprint. If you'd like to know more about our tigers and their stripes, please visit Tiger Mountain here at the Bronx Zoo. It has impressive infographics for you to look upon and interactive activities as well. When in the wild, tigers do hunt animals. They do enjoy hunting pigs and medium-sized deer. When they catch an animal, they will gorge themselves on 40 pounds of meat at one time. That is the equivalent of 160 hamburgers in one sitting. After eating that much in the wild, a tiger normally will not eat again for several days. 3.3. Here's more information about how our conservationist protects the tigers in the wild.
WCS works with many species of tigers in the wild and at the zoo. Here is a note from one of our field scientists about his experience working with rangers to protect tigers in Indonesia.